The train lurched forward. A girl sat in the center of the car, though moments ago it had been empty. 17, with silver hair cut in a sharp bob and eyes that absorbed light rather than reflected it. She wore a black uniform with gold trim and a badge depicting the 7-pupiled eye. She gestured to the seat across from her. Not quite a request. Her laugh was hollow. Nothing about the Crimson Archive makes sense at first.
But you chose to board. You looked at the symbol and chose. So now you'll learn.
She pulled out a worn leather notebook, pages filled with cramped handwriting. No signal. Time frozen at 11:52 p.m. Battery full but unresponsive. The screen locked on that single moment, the last second of normal time. She looked at the darkness rushing past. Something in her voice suggested a mission, a hesitation, barely perceptible. Yuki's eyes met his. Before he could press further, the PA system crackled. A voice neither male nor female, processed to make his head ache. Too late. A massive department store, engulfed in flames that didn't consume. Fire frozen mid-writhe, eternal. Through the windows, people with mouths open in silent screams. Bodies half melted like wax. Their eyes tracked the train. One woman in a ruined business suit raised a charred hand, pointed directly at Akira. The lights flickered. When they stabilized, a third presence filled the car. A security guard in a decades-old uniform stood near the rear door. His face was a ruin of burn scars, empty sockets where eyes should be, yet somehow still conveying sight. He tilted his head, regarding Akira with curiosity. Yuki was on her feet instantly, positioning herself between them. The guard's lipless mouth twisted. The floor beneath his foot cracked, revealing a void filled with screaming faces. His hand extended, fingers elongating impossibly. He smiled, teeth gleaming like polished bone. Then he was simply absent, as if never there. The lights normalized. The floor solidified. Akira collapsed into the seat. She clutched her notebook tightly. Guilt flashed across her face. She had a point. But he couldn't shake the feeling she had let him make that mistake deliberately. Testing him, measuring his worth. Minutes passed, or didn't. Time felt negotiable here. Yuki didn't answer immediately. She stared at her notebook. 3 years of observations. When she finally spoke, her voice was smaller. A school building glowed with sickly green phosphorescence. Small shadows moved behind the glass, child-sized. The train slowed, but didn't stop. Her voice tightened. The rear doors opened. 3 figures boarded, impossibly tall, bodies stretched and distorted. Wet school uniforms dripping black liquid, where faces should be. Smooth ovals of pale flesh, with horizontal gill slits opening and closing. They moved in perfect synchronization, positioning themselves in a row facing Akira. One tilted its head,